Hello YouTube, Phantom Outlaw here. Got another review I'd like to go over with you. This is another revolver. This is a 357 Magnum this time. It is the Ruger GP100 4-inch barrel 357 Magnum, and as usual I'm going to go over a couple of the stats with you here. As I said, Ruger GP100 357 Magnum. Barrel length is 4.2 inches. Capacity of 6 rounds. The front sight, it now has a red fiber optic front sight. It was just a black post before. I did not care for that. I'll cover that more a little bit later on here. The rear sight is adjustable. Grip, this is a synthetic Hogue mono grip. This is a double action. The finish is also satin stainless steel with this one. Overall length 9.5 inches, and the weight is an even 40 ounces. So those are the specs as far as this particular revolver goes. Do want to show you that we are dealing with, it's an empty gun, so definitely safe today. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the Ruger GP100 357. One of the things I mentioned earlier, it does have the fiber optic red front sight. This is something that I added on, did not come with it. I like the red ramped barrel that I have on another revolver I have, which is the Smith & Wesson 629 44 Magnum. There was something very similar to that I could have got also, but I like the idea of the red fiber optic. I have a fiber optic front sight on one of my 1911s that I'm not as crazy about. I think there's two differences. One, it's the diameter of the rod on this one. This is a much thicker one than I have on the 1911. It's also red versus green that I have on the 1911. I'm not sure if that's an issue or not. Again, this is just a personal preference. But with this one, when you're looking through those sights and you line up, especially when you're in good lighting conditions, that red sight is just very easy to pick up. It just makes for a very pleasant experience when you're shooting the firearm, so no doubt about that. Alright, let's talk about some of the pros that I like about the 357 Magnum. One of the big ones is, well, it's a 357 Magnum. So a very powerful round. I've heard it called man stopper. Certainly something you can use if you are out in the outdoors or hunting and you want to have a sidearm. If you're concerned about some boar, some wild pigs, or some bears or whatnot, this is probably the lowest caliber you'd want to go with that. Your better choice is to go maybe a 10mm or a 44 Magnum, but certainly the 357 is capable in that regard. So it's definitely a very powerful round as far as that goes. Another thing I really like about this is the ability to shoot 38 special through this as well, which two reasons I like that. One, the 38 special is a lot cheaper, so it's a more affordable way to do some target practice, and two, it does make it a little bit more favorable gun for those who are not as crazy about the bigger calibers and the bigger booms and the bigger recoils. So again, I'll reference my wife on that one. She really enjoys shooting this. She doesn't mind the 357 Magnums, but she does really enjoy the 38 specials when I do that. Now, one of the little tricks I like to play at her, and she knows about it, so it's not any secret, is sometimes I'll load it for her and I'll alternate and put 357 and 38s in there at the same time, or maybe 4 38s and 2 357s. She doesn't know what's what. So, but she does know that they're coming. So when she's pulling the trigger a couple times, it's funny to watch her reaction, just for the, I guess, the shits and giggles aspect of that. But that's not me being mean. It's just having some fun with it. Again, she does know it's coming, so she likes to have some fun with that. But it is an easier way to shoot the gun and get comfortable with it using the 38 special rounds. Again, much smaller caliber as far as the charge goes. It's the recoil is nowhere near the same. The bang's not quite the same, but you still get the same type of results. So it's still a good way to enjoy the gun. So again, talking about this some more, it is a stainless steel version. I'm a big fan of revolvers. I like to go that route. I've had a Colt Trooper 7, I think it was, back in the day, that was a blued finish. I've had the blued revolvers before, but I do like the stainless steel, especially the satin stainless steel finish. I'm just a bigger fan, I guess, of that look, especially when you've got the, you know, the in this case the Hogue grip or the Packmeyer grip or the rubber grip, whatever you want to call it. Just the way that it offsets it, I think, is a great combination. So Ruger GP100 357 Magnum. The grip is a very comfortable grip. This is, again, a very fun gun to shoot. It's easy to put lots of holes in targets where you want them to be. Accuracy wise, it's spot on, it's right on the money. It's a fun gun to shoot, like I said. It's probably the lowest caliber you'd want if you're going to be out in the bush somewhere and you just want to have a sidearm, and you're concerned about, like I said before, bears or boars or pigs or anything like that. There are better choices out there, but there's a lot worse as well. So the 357 is adequate there. If you've got any questions on the 357, certainly the Ruger GP100 or anything like that, please let me know, and I'll be sure to get back to you as quickly as I can. Hope you're all doing well. Take care.